Today we'll be introducing you to the Berg balance scale.
It was developed to test balance among older individuals who have impairments in their balance.
Balance is assessed using performance of functional tasks.
It is a 14-item scale and it takes 15 to 20 minutes to administer.
The equipment needed to administer are a ruler, 2 chairs, one without armrests and one with armrests, a footstool or a step, a stopwatch, and a 15-foot walkway.
To score the assessment, it's based on a 5-point scale, 0 being the lowest of function and 4 being the highest.
Sitting with back unsupported but both feet supported on the floor or a stool instructions. Please sit with arms folded for 2 minutes. If they are able to sit safely and securely for 2 minutes, the person receives a score of a 4.
Transfers. Arrange the chairs for a pivot transfer. Ask the subject to transfer one way toward a seat with armrests and one way toward a seat without armrests. You may use 2 chairs, one with and one without armrests, or a bed and a chair. If the patient is able to transfer safely with a minimal use of hands, they receive a 4.
Sit to stand. Please stand up. Try not to use your hands for support. If the person is able to stand without using their hands as a stabilizer, they receive a 4. Standing to sitting. Please sit down. If the person sits down safely with minimal use of hands, they receive a score of a 4.
Standing unassisted. Please stand for 2 minutes without holding. If the patient is able to stand safely for 2 minutes, they receive a 4. If they are unable to stand for 30 seconds unassisted, they receive a 0.
Standing unassisted with eyes closed. Please close your eyes and stand still for 10 seconds. If the person is able to stand for 10 seconds safely, they receive a score of a 4.
Standing unassisted with feet together. Place your feet together and stand. The patient receives a 4 if they are able to place their feet together and stand 1 minute safely. If the patient needs help to attain position and unable to hold for 15 seconds, they receive a 0.
Standing unassisted, 1 foot in front of the other. Place 1 foot directly in front of the other. If you feel that you cannot place your foot directly in front, try to step far enough ahead that the heel of your forward foot is ahead of the toes of the other. To score 3 points, the length of the step should exceed the length of the other foot, and width of the stance should approximate the subject's normal stride width. To receive a 4, the person is able to place their feet together and stand 1 minute safely.
Standing on one leg. Stand on one leg as long as you can without assist. Patient may self-select one stance leg. If both legs are tested, score the lowest only. If the patient's able to lift the leg independently and hold for longer than 10 seconds, they receive a 4.
Place each foot alternately on the step or stool. Continue until each foot has touched the step or stool 4 times. A score of a 4 is reached if the person is able to stand independently and safely and complete 8 steps in 20 seconds.
Turning to look behind over left and right shoulders while standing. Turn and look directly behind you over your left shoulder. Repeat to turn to the right. Examiner may pick an object to look at directly behind the subject to encourage a better twist and turn. If the patient looks behind from both sides and weight shifts well, they receive a 4.
Turn 360 degrees. Turn completely around in a full circle. Pause, then turn a full circle in the opposite direction. To receive a 4, the person must be able to turn 360 degrees safely in 4 seconds or less. Lift arm to 90 degrees. Stretch out your fingers and reach forward as you can. Examiner places a ruler at the end of the fingertips while arm is at 90 degrees. Fingers should not touch the ruler while reaching forward. The recorder measures is the distance forward that the fingers reach, while the subject is in most forward lean position. When possible, ask the subject to use both arms when reaching to avoid rotation of the trunk. A person will score a 4 if they can reach forward confidently 25 centimeters. Pick up object from the floor from a standing position. Pick up a shoe or slipper while it is placed in front of your feet. A person will score a 4 if they are able to pick up a slipper safely and easily.